Hello everyone, it's been a little while since we've covered XRP, but what better day than today on the back end of the announcement that Ripple has made an acquisition deal for Hidden Road to the tune of $1.25 billion. Now this has huge ramifications for you guys as XRP holders, and I hope to explore that with you in this video. And as it's been a little while since we've covered XRP, we're going to be giving more of a general update. We'll be talking about Standard Charter's $12.50 price prediction. We're also going to be talking about the XRP ETF, and then we'll be looking at the price chart. We'll be looking at our price target of $19.27 that we still have. It's still intact. We'll be looking at the smaller time frames. Lots of people worried about a potential inverse head and shoulders. Sorry, head and shoulders. We're so used to looking at inverse head and shoulders because we've been in a bottoming market going up, but we will take a look at all that on the smaller time frames. The best place for us to start, though, is with today's breaking news. Today, Ripple announced the acquisition of Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. And this is coming from the horse's mouth himself, which, of course, is Mr. Brad Garlinghouse, one of the largest deals ever in the crypto space. But the price tag isn't what's most important. It's that this deal marks a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for crypto to access the largest and most trusted traditional markets, and vice versa. Ooh, sounds interesting. It's why we're reporting on it. Prime brokers, along with other key functions historically managed by banks, for the most part, like Hidden Road, have proven themselves as the, quotes on that, trusted intermediary for the largest hedge funds, market makers, OTC desks, over-the-counter desks, quant traders, and more. Ripple has been a customer of Hidden Road for years, and we know their breadth of expertise firsthand, clearing $3 trillion annually for over 300 plus of the top financial institutions globally. That's why this is significant. So $3 trillion annually being cleared is small. It's tiny. It's kind of irrelevant in the quadrillions that get cleared every year. But more importantly, what this is a taste of what's to come, and almost a great way for Ripple and XRP to showcase and strut its stuff. If it can do it with this and successfully and show a real innovation on the back end of all of it, the floodgates open and the dominoes start to fall, and that switch gets flipped. You've got to think, if XRP, we're talking billions a day at $3 trillion, gets actually used to facilitate some of the transacting of that annual clearing volume, how's that going to affect the price? And even though we've got $19.27 for XRP based on a technical pattern, I truly don't know how high its price is going to go. Certainly, if it's going to be adopted in the way that I'm sure all of us think it will be. We're still unsure why people that don't like XRP watch XRP content, but we have speculated that maybe they might be secret admirers. So this is an interesting partnership. It goes on to say this is the capital and activity that will tap into XRP and the XRP ledgers. Bread and butter, instant, efficient, scalable, and low-cost movement of value. Clear demonstration, and this is going to prove the equation in regards to XRP being a fundamental technology that is going to underpin the internet of value. We should make more XRP content. The reason, or one reason we don't, is because XRP is a large part of my portfolio, and it's only best performing asset for me. Still 300% up or something like that, despite the doom and gloom. But it's because I think a lot of people just make XRP content because it's popular. We really want to deliver a punch with these updates, and I think actually a lot of YouTube content creators out there owe their careers right now to XRP. It's very much keeping them alive and on the kind of life support. Anyway, let us continue. So this is a huge deal because XRP is actually going to be what's enabling this $3 trillion worth of value for over 300 financial institutions. That's annually. This is one partnership. There's going to be hundreds, one day, thousands. We're already on the hundreds mark. It goes on to say, instead of waiting 24 hours plus to settle trades through fiat rails, Hidden Road will be using XRP's ledger for clearing a portion of trades and most consequently using real USD as collateral across its primary broker services including cross-asset, crypto and traditional instrument trades. With this deal and the backing of Ripple's significant balance sheet, Hidden Road will exponentially expand its capabilities to service its pipeline and become the largest non-bank prime broker globally. Ripple and Hidden Road combined are a generational leap forwards, ready to truly bring the world of traditional and decentralized finance together. This is huge, guys. I can't underestimate this. I'm interested for a number of reasons. One is to see how XRP's price reacts when it is the enabling or the rails that this value is transacted on. You're talking billions of dollars a day in volume. And I'm very interested to see how that all takes place. There will eventually, in my opinion, could be $7 trillion daily in the FX market in terms of value transferred. That's FX, currency. Not to mention value in a tokenized form that has a currency value attached to it. XRP in the future, guys, could literally be doing trillions a day. And this is a great leap, but it's really a glimpse of what the future holds. And this is going to be a great kind of pilot for us as XRP holders. So this is huge news. I really, really can't underestimate this. The price of the cryptocurrency markets, unfortunately, have everything to do with what's going on in broader markets, namely with Trump's tariffs. I'm still unbelievably bullish on XRP. And I think this is going to get to our $19.27 price prediction. Could be wrong on that. Only time will tell. So huge, huge news. There's more interesting news to cover. And because we've not done an XRP update in a little while, I kind of want to get as many things out there as possible before our next update, which we'll try and make a lot more frequent. This is from Eric Balanchunas, the guy to follow when it comes to ETFs. We've got another tweet from him also in regards to an XRP ETF. Standard Charter is back to making super bullish crypto-related price predictions. It says XRP will hit $5.50 by the end of year and $12.50 in 3 years' time. So that's 2028. It's currently at $1.94. Nature is healing. So we shall do. This is, of course, from Standard Charter. They have a lot of dealings with XRP. I think they're being a little bit too pessimistic. We'll talk about price in just a second. There was also news in regards to a 2x XRP ETF that is launching tomorrow in the United States. The first ever XRP ETF on the market. Very odd, maybe a first. That's a new assets first ETF is leveraged. Spot XRP ETFs are still not approved, although our odds are pretty high. They are getting retail max bearish at a time when they're about to open the floodgates to institutional investment and adoption. What a coincidence. Try and see the wood through the trees. Because honestly, the future that we have ahead of us, guys, if we're right on even a quarter of what we're expecting this technology to enable, or a fifth of what we're expecting this technology to enable, it's a very bright future that we have ahead of us. Let's finish things off on a little bit of price action. I think it's only fair. You guys know exactly what it is we're looking at. We've got a big macro wedge that's set up since 2017, similar to the one that you had setting or leading you to 2017. Very interesting that you initially ran into all-time highs and pulled back before continuation. The same playbook is taking place today, ladies and gentlemen, and we're expecting this pattern to take you to $19.27. There are some concerns that are highlighted or have been highlighted in line with the macro uncertainty in regards to potentially some sort of a head and shoulders here that could lead you all the way back to $1. Now, even if you did, and this wouldn't be a great case that I'm sure many people would find very painful, for XRP to get out of this danger zone, you really want to run what people are looking at as a right shoulder. So this is your left shoulder, this is your head, and this is your right shoulder. And for you to sort of invalidate this, and everyone flips bullish again, you really want to run these highs, get up to sort of back to the $2+ range, $2 and sort of towards $3, and then you'll sort of see a lot of invalidation of this, or this will invalidate. But this could happen. It is a possibility on the short term. It's really going to depend on what's going to happen with tariffs and everything going on there. In the grand scheme of things and in the great arc of things, we're not bearish in the slightest. And the problem with betting on this downside, in my opinion, is it might not come, and the exact opposite might be true. And if you're waiting for $1 or $1 and it goes to $4, or 5 or wherever it may go, you're going to end up with a lot less XRP than you started. So timing is everything when it comes to the markets. If you think you can time this from a trade point of view, by all means. Really, as a net accumulator of XRP, as a believer in it, we're holding on for $19.27. And I personally believe it's going to get there. And the announcement that we had today is a massive or a major step in the right direction. Very interesting to see how this is going to affect everything. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to love and leave you. Let me know if you want more XRP content. We will keep you up to date on it as regularly as possible. Like I say, we don't just want to be an XRP sort of content creator. We cover a host of cryptocurrencies that we think are going to do well and play around this internet of value. And of course, XRP is one of them. That's it from me. I'll see you all on the flip side.